everyone, I'm going to make another little candy treat box tonight. This die right here is a Sizzix die, and it is the square envelope die. You only get the envelope, you don't get this little card. This is what you get. It's really cute, very small, and it's going to go in the little candy box when we're done, but I think I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to use this Martha Stewart punch all over the page. These are really fun. They're magnetic. They hold the paper in place. And we're going to set that on here and get it centered as best we can. I think that's good. And then the magnets will hold it in place. So I'm going to set that down, find my notched edge there, set it down. And if you want to, you can put a little dot in the center of where you're punching just to make sure that it lined up when you flip it over. And there's my little dot. Doesn't matter because it's going to punch out. So, punch it out, and there we go. That's going to be in our center of our card. Get rid of my little trash there. Okay, so it shows you where the little score lines are. So going to get that folded over with the bone folder, and then we can put this little envelope together. The fun thing about these punch all over the page is literally that's what you can do. Anywhere you want to on the page you can punch. So sometimes punches just don't reach in where you need them to be, and so by doing it with this, let me reach here and get some adhesive, you're able to actually get anywhere you want on the page. And even with, especially with hearts, a lot of times hearts will punch upside down. So that doesn't look very good right now because you're seeing the inside right there. So what we're going to do is, I took this little piece of red cardstock, folded it in half, added some white so I can write on that. And then from the Cutting Cafe, the set is called Fun with Valentine's Day, and it has a lot of images and things you can use on it. I've already used it twice for this project, so you can see I've already cut that one out. And so I cut it out with a scalloped square punch, and I inked around the edges. So I'm going to attach that on the top of my little card. And I mean little, it's tiny. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And then I found these hearts at Michael's, a bag of these hearts, these little felt hearts. And I'm going to, and they already have adhesive on them. So I'm just going to attach that in the middle. And so it's heart or love you. Okay, when I put this in my envelope, I'm going to put it in with the back facing towards the front. And that way you get that red color and you can see this heart much better. So that's going to go in the box when we get to that point. So here's the box. This is cut from Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More. And then I took this same punch and I was able to punch 3 times, which with a regular punch there was no way to get especially into this one right here. So they work really fun when you have a place where you need to have a punch and you just can't get there. So let me start. I'm going to add some adhesive on the bottom of this box, and boxes are always interesting to try to put together on camera. So there we go with that one. And you know what, before I go much farther, I am going to add some acetate. And I know you can't really see this, but it's there, and make a little window for my candy. So let's do that. This will be the front of the box, and then I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make the inside, or actually the sides of the box are going to have just solid red. I'm not going to put the acetate there. I just want the red to show through so that you can see the candy through the front, but we don't need to see the candy through the sides. So, for some reason I am not remembering to stay in the middle, so I don't know how much of this wound up on camera. Okay, so there's our box. Now I'll go ahead and fold this side in. Get that pushed down. And then we will fold over the back. This box I cut as large as I could get it on the 12 by 12 mat with a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. Okay, so that would be our box. You can see through the front, but the sides have the solid. Okay, so next I'm going to add a little piece at the bottom. I always like to make it a little sturdier on the bottom. So I'm going to add an extra little piece of cardstock here, just to add some stability to the bottom of the box. Okay, I'm going to add some candy. That's the point of the box. And make sure that the front is showing some candy through and not the back. Or got to flip some of these over. Okay, and this is where I'm going to tuck in my little card, which I'm not going to seal because I need to write on that. So we're just going to tuck that right in there like that. So normally I would seal this with ribbon. And when I tip that, the candies aren't showing, but they really do show when it's sitting straight up. Okay, so next I took a piece of red cardstock, attached a piece of white, and then on this particular set, same set from the Cutting Cafe, Fun with Valentine's Day, but this one was actually right there before I cut it out. And I took my Spica pens, my Copic, and colored the little hearts so they're really glittery and shiny. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. So I'm going to attach that. Right there. And since I'm not going to have journaling on here, I thought I would cover up the lines. So I took that background with all the U on it, and I'm going to put that right in the center and cover up those words, or those lines. My husband's on his way home from work, and I'm trying to get this video done really quick before he comes in and the dog barks, so it's discombobulating me a little bit. I think I'm trying to hurry too much. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to the top of my box. Oopsie. Alrighty, and put it right there. And then I have another one of these hearts that I got in that same bag from Michael's, and these little hearts, a lot of them aren't on there very well. They're really crooked and not stuck in the middle, or just don't look right, but they peel off really easy. And the original one of these was, let me grab it over here, bright red, and it just didn't look right. So I just peeled them apart and restacked it, and then made my own. So that's going on there. And then I'm going to add this little ribbon in the top corner with my glue dots. And I think I might actually use 2 glue dots on this. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. I'm just going to attach that, I think, right about there. And then I need to trim those off. Don't want to cut off that heart, so I think I'll trim it there and maybe there. And then from this set from the Cutting Cafe, this is Valentine's Day mini words. And I've already used this, as you can see. They're really cute, and they work with the Stampin' Up! Jewelry punch. And so Where did that little guy go? It's so tiny, I think it got lost under my glue dots. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to take this little tag, and I chose the word love so it would look like love you. And I'm going to stick it under this little knot. Just stick that little tab under there, theoretically. Got to lift that up. It was lifted up earlier. I think it smashed down when I was setting that on there. So we're going to stick that little tab right in there. And there we go. And it says, there we go, love you. So that's it for this little box, and I think I'm done. And I made it before my husband got home, and so the dog didn't bark, so that's a good thing. Thanks for watching. Bye.